What is up, YouTube? Victim from the Victim Gaming here. Victims of gaming. Gaming community. Doing a video today about the difference and the vice versa of OBS versus XSplit Broadcaster. First thing I'm going to point out is resources. That's one of the biggest arguments about it. Sitting here, just idle, XSplit is running about 200 kilobytes per second, whereas OBS is running 240, but OBS is also recording this. I'm using this OBS to record it. Another thing is my camera, even though I'm recording through OBS, XSplit has taken control of it. So XSplit will not let OBS have this camera while XSplit is open. It's like everything is mine, which is one of the things about XSplit. If I had to make a comparison that might be a little bit easier to understand for the average person out there, is Android, Apple. Some people might hate that I'm comparing those two that way. The reason I am is XSplit is more streamlined, it's more user friendly, it is more it's easier to understand and learn, but it is also limited, and it limits the user in what they can do, in my opinion. They do the exact same thing. They can broadcast whatever you want. You can customize the scenery. This comes with a the custom add-ins and stuff. You can add more plugins, but all the plugins are XSplit plugins, Apple. So, whereas OBS Open Broadcaster software is developed, and the plugins it's an open plugin thing. So you say, hey, I want to get this out of OBS. I know how to make the plugin, make it, and put it on the market. Excuse me. So CPUs, obviously, the usage or the load is going to be lower with OBS. XSplit Broadcaster, something to note that when I was about to do this video, I looked up. I wanted to be able to say what the prices are. The prices are $24.95 for premium service for 3 months. Personal service, it is $14.95 for 3 months. Something that's very important that you might not look at when you're looking at the difference between the two is the check marks. You see, okay, all the quality is the same. You're able to. The only thing that's quality-wise that's different between premium and personal is the stream delay that allows you to broadcast, to record something now and then not broadcast it out until 60 or 90 or however long after. So that's good for if you're casting matches, competitions, gaming competitions and such. But one thing that I will bring down and even let you guys read here, I'm going to block myself, is this right here. It says, commercial use. You can use XSplit Broadcaster for any commercial purpose, which includes earning revenue directly or indirectly from viewers of your broadcasts. So, checked on premium, not checked on personal. You can take what you want from that, but what I'm going to gather from that is it's saying that I can't use XSplit, the personal license, to make YouTube videos and monotonize them, and I can't use that if I'm a Twitch partner because I would be making money off of viewers. So something to keep in mind if you are planning on making YouTube videos or streaming and making videos for YouTube, streaming on Twitch and have ads running or something to make money, you would have to have the commercial use, which would be $8 about a month. OBS completely free. So if another thing is support. OBS is, the plugins are made by the users. So you're gonna have, obviously, like Android, you're gonna have issues where things just aren't up to snuff. There's gonna be issues. There's gonna be crashes. There's gonna be whatever, this, that, and the other going on that's gonna make things bad or good. But you're going to be also be able to talk directly to the person that developed it. So the only question about that is how well is that person really going to care about that product, or they're just like, hey, it works for me, I made it, If you want to try and use it, great. If it doesn't work, too bad. So hopefully you don't have that issue. Hopefully the people that are making the plugins and you have to deal with are very responsive and want to get you using their plugin. And hopefully either one of these products, programs, applications, if you would, start to integrate things, more plugins, more user friendliness. XSplit support, you can email them, which that is questionable at best if with my experience. They also have an open IRC channel which you can go into, but for $8 a month, I expect professional help. I expect if you're giving me a professional product, I'm paying for a professional license, a premium license. I would expect to speak to the people that have made these products, made this plugin, and to get my issues resolved, because a lot of them are simple issues. But to go through an email support, sometimes you don't get responded to, sometimes you don't get responded to very quickly, and when it's something of this nature and it's affecting how the product works, then you might not be able to produce. You might not be able to get out there on Twitch or YouTube, and then that affects your money or your cash flow or your viewer base, which in the end, it comes back to your wallet. You're spending the money, you expect this stuff to work, and then when it doesn't work, and then to me, makes me even more angry or more frustrated as to I'm paying for this and I'm not getting the support that I think that I should get. So that's my thing with XSplit. You get more professionally developed by a company, but supported by the users. OBS is completely supported by the users and answered and everything by the people developing, which are the users. Also, so I guess when it gets down to it, and if I had to make a choice between the two, or somebody asked me which one should I choose, I would present this, and that is OBS and XSplit both do the exact same thing. OBS does it with using less resources from your computer and no money from your wallet, unless you choose to donate, which I highly encourage if you're using it. XSplit is going to do the same thing, a little bit easier for the starting user, in my opinion, but it's going to cost you money. So it's up to you. What do you want to do? If you feel confident enough to be the Android person, use the plugins that are out there to make your stream more interactive and make it custom to you, to where you know every ins and out of it and you can control it 100%. That's OBS for you. If you are the person that says, hey, I'm not really good with computers, but I still want to get out there and I still want to get me out there, I still want to be a part of this thing that's going on, I would suggest XSplit. And they do have a free version. The problem with the free version is there is a watermark on it that they've recently added. They have ads on their streams now, so it's becoming very much so a commercial use product. So if you got the money and you want to take it seriously, go for XSplit. That's what I did, and I can't really complain too much. I learned a lot with XSplit, but now that I feel comfortable, I definitely would suggest the OBS for the average user, or the experienced user, I guess. I do say things like T-Board is something that I use for OBS, which I want to be able to someday have integrated either into Twitch or into one of these two programs. This allows you notifications when you get a follower. You can even have a little pop-up thing that everybody sees, like, hey, so-and-so just followed this stream. Donations, subscribers, dashboard, your stream stats, all this stuff comes into, you have all these different applications running, they all run into T-Board and then they run directly into OBS. I really, really hope that since OBS is still in the beta stages, that they will start to integrate things like this into the actual software, or maybe even Twitch will start to integrate it. That way, for the newer user that doesn't want to, or doesn't, it takes time. It took me probably about 20 to 30 hours worth of sitting down, watching YouTube videos, learning how all this stuff works, and then trial and error of trying to get it to work and selecting this file and that file and putting this, there's a lot that goes into it. And the newer streamer, the newer person to the computers probably isn't going to be able to do it. And it's no fault to them. It's just the stuff isn't out there and it's not user friendly. So hopefully that gets out there. That way the people that aren't the real computer savvy people or are new can still put out the quality of product that they really want to and they deserve to put out. So that's my thoughts on both. OBS, same thing, less resources, less money, a little bit harder to use and learn, but if you put in the time, I feel you're going to get more out of it. XSplit, your Apple, it's real user friendly, more expensive obviously because XSplit is free, but get out there and try them both for yourself. XSplit does have like I said, the free version option. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it doesn't really allow you to truly experience what XSplit can do. I think that if they were to give more of a 1 week premium edition free, I think that would draw people in a lot more than just their free version. So hopefully you got something out of this. If I didn't cover something, I didn't want to get too in depth with what into the actual programs, but I wanted to actually get out there, show you both of them, kind of give you my opinion on both. So hopefully I did that. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I hope that I was informative. If you have any other questions, want anything specifically answered, feel free to comment below. I will respond. If worst case scenario, I'll make a whole new video specifically to the questions being asked. So thank you again for your time. I hope you have a great day and take care, everybody. Until next time.